Deontology by Immanuel Kant. Introduction. Good day, class. Today, we'll dive into one of the most influential ethical theories in philosophy, deontology, developed by the 18th century German philosopher Immanuel Kant. This theory emphasizes the importance of duty, rules, and moral principles over consequences when determining what is right or wrong. Objectives. By the end of this lecture, you should be able to understand the core principles of Kantian deontology. Differentiate deontology from consequentialist theories like utilitarianism. Apply Kant's ethical theory to real-life moral dilemmas. Part 1. Understanding deontology. What is deontology? Derived from the Greek word deon, meaning duty. Focuses on the inherent morality of actions, not on their consequences. A morally good action is one done out of a sense of duty and guided by moral rules. Kant's key ideas. The good will. The only thing that is inherently good is the good will. A good will acts purely out of respect for moral law, not out of self-interest or emotions. Moral duty. Actions are morally right if they are performed out of duty, not inclination or personal benefit. Example, helping a friend because it's the right thing to do, not because you expect something in return. Universal moral laws, categorical imperative. Kant introduced the concept of the categorical imperative, which is a universal principle that guides moral actions. Part 2, the categorical imperative. The categorical imperative is the foundation of Kant's ethical theory. It has three key formulations. The universal law formula. Act only according to that maxim whereby you can, at the same time, will that it should become a universal law. Ask yourself, if everyone acted this way, would the world be a better place? Example, telling the truth, if everyone lied, trust would collapse, so truth-telling is a moral duty. The humanity formula. Act in such a way that you treat humanity, whether in your own person or in the person of another, always as an end, never merely as a means. Respect people as individuals with inherent worth, not as tools for your own goals. Example, exploiting someone for personal gain violates this principle. The kingdom of ends formula. Act as if you were a legislating member in the universal kingdom of ends. Consider yourself as part of a moral community where every individual is both subject and lawmaker of universal moral laws. Part 3, Deontology versus Consequentialism. Deontology. Focus, morality of actions themselves. Motivation, duty, and adherence to rules. Example, telling the truth, even if it causes harm. Consequentialism, example, utilitarianism. Focus, consequences of actions. Motivation, maximizing happiness or minimizing harm. Example, lying to save someone's life. Key difference, Kantian deontology argues that moral rules are absolute, while consequentialists weigh the morality of actions based on their outcomes. Part 4, Applications of Kantian deontology. Lying versus truth-telling. Kant believed lying is always wrong, even to protect someone. Why? Because lying cannot be universalized without contradiction. Promises. Breaking a promise violates the principle of universalizability. If everyone broke promises, the concept of promising would lose meaning. Ethical treatment of others. Kantian ethics emphasizes respecting others' autonomy and dignity. Example, avoiding manipulation or exploitation in relationships or the workplace. Part 5, Criticisms of Kantian deontology. Rigidity. Critics argue that Kant's rules are too strict, leaving no room for exceptions. Example, is it really wrong to lie to save a life? Conflict of duties. What happens when two moral duties conflict? For example, keeping a promise versus saving a life. Neglect of emotions. Kant's theory focuses solely on reason and duty, ignoring the role of emotions in ethical decisions. Conclusion. Kantian Deontology provides a powerful framework for ethical decision-making by emphasizing duty, universal principles, and respect for others. While it has its challenges, it remains a cornerstone of moral philosophy, teaching us to prioritize moral integrity over convenience.